Hello everyone, how's it going? Today I'm here in the office with a patient who came in with an ingrown toenail causing quite a bit of discomfort, and I'm going to share every detail of this procedure with you, which requires technique, patience, and a lot of care. Let's dive into this appointment together, where I'm treating a grade 2 inflammation with a granuloma. And I'll also share a special tip for keeping nails healthy, along with practical advice for at-home care. This video is packed with valuable information for anyone interested in foot health and wanting to learn how to better care for their feet. So stick with me until the end, it'll be worth it. Before we start, I want to emphasize how important it is for me to ensure every patient feels welcomed and comfortable during their visit. An ingrown toenail might seem like a small issue, but I know it can turn daily life into a challenge, making it hard to put on shoes or walk without pain. That's why throughout the procedure, I keep talking to the patient, checking how they're feeling, and explaining each step clearly so they understand what's happening. My goal is for them to leave the office feeling relieved, confident, and well cared for. For those of you watching, I understand how tough it can be to deal with foot issues. Whether it's an ingrown toenail, a callus, or any other problem, these issues can affect not just your health but also your self-esteem. My job is to help solve these problems with care and professionalism, and I'm here to share tips that can make a difference in your life. So get ready to learn a lot and maybe even apply some of these tips to your daily routine. By the way, where are you watching this video from? Let me know in the comments because I love hearing where my audience is. It could be from any city in Brazil, Portugal, the United States, Europe, or any other corner of the world. I read all your comments, Since there are so many, I reply little by little, but I love interacting with each one of you. So, leave your questions, your stories, a comment about the video, or even a simple hi, and I'll respond with lots of care over time. Plus, your comments help me understand what you want to see on the channel, so make them count. Today, I'm treating a patient who came in with an ingrown toenail on the side of her toe with a granuloma that's been present for about a month. For those who don't know, a granuloma is inflamed tissue that forms when the nail presses into the surrounding skin, causing swelling, redness, and often significant pain. Here, the inflammation is classified as grade 2, which means we have visible swelling, sensitivity in the area, and a well-developed granuloma, but it's still at a stage where we can treat it with precise, minimally invasive techniques. Upon examining the patient's foot, I noticed the nail was cut improperly, likely too deeply, which worsened the ingrowth. She told me that unintentionally she pulled at the nail, which further irritated the surrounding skin. Since the patient has very fair and sensitive skin, I'm being extra careful to avoid causing additional discomfort. I start the procedure using a thin spatula to gently lift the nail, separating it from the inflamed tissue. This step is delicate because the granuloma is quite prone to bleeding, so I use a specific material as a barrier to protect the area and prevent the nail from continuing to press into the skin. After lifting the nail, I move on to removing any excess skin or tissue that's interfering with the nail's proper growth. For this, I use precision tweezers, ensuring every movement is careful to avoid injuring the patient's sensitive skin. This care is essential to prevent new ingrown nails and ensure a smooth recovery. Next, I apply a low-intensity laser to cauterize the area. The laser is an amazing tool for treating ingrown toenails because it dehydrates the granuloma, reducing inflammation and forming a protective scab that aids in healing. Throughout the process, I talk to the patient, checking if she's feeling any pain and explaining what I'm doing to make her feel secure. The initial procedure went very smoothly, with no bleeding, which is a great sign for recovery. The patient reported that the pain had already decreased significantly during the appointment, which makes me so happy because it means we're on the right track. Before wrapping up, I give the patient post-procedure care instructions, like keeping the area clean and dry and avoiding tight shoes that might press on the toe. I also explained that she'll need to return in a week so we can monitor the healing and ensure everything is progressing well. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to give this video an awesome like. Every like, comment and share you give helps YouTube understand that my content is valuable and high quality, which is crucial for the channel to grow and reach more people who need foot care tips. So, hit that like button, leave your questions or experiences in the comments, share with friends or family who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any new videos. I post fresh content every day and I count on your support to keep bringing these tips. You're always asking in the comments for product recommendations to care for nails and prevent issues like fungus, which can come up alongside ingrown toenails or other foot care needs. So, here's a golden tip you're going to love. I found an amazing natural spray made with ingredients like tea tree essential oil, known for its antifungal properties, aloe vera, which deeply hydrates and soothes the skin, and vitamins that strengthen nails. This product is perfect for both preventing and treating fungus because its microparticles penetrate deep into the skin and nails, keeping them stronger, healthier, and more resilient. I use something very similar with my patients here in the office, and the results are truly impressive. This spray can be used on both feet and hands, helping protect nails against fungus and other issues while promoting a healthier appearance. It's easy to apply and can be incorporated into your daily care routine. Want to know more? The link to the official website is in the video description and pinned in the comments. Just click to learn more about the product and see how it can help keep your feet and hands looking flawless. Take advantage, because this tip makes all the difference.
Normal, tá? Tem bastante pele pra gente pegar. sensível. Deixa eu dar uma olhada nesse lado aqui. Aqui também tem uma ponta. Mas ainda não tava te doendo, né? Uhum. Não enterrou. Aqui uns 40 minutos ainda vai ficar meio sensível, porque o laser ele também acalma tardinho, entendeu? Não é na hora. Sim. Mas vai ficar super bem, sem dor nenhuma, mas não significa que esteja bom, por isso que eu preciso que tu retorne, tá? Porque aqui, ó, esse granuloma vai ressecar, ele vai desidratar, vai ficar uma casquinha de ferida, vai ter pele lá dentro pra gente remover. Então é bastante coisa, a gente faz às vezes em 2 vezes o próprio procedimento. O pior foi hoje, que a gente teve que remover a ponta, né? Mas foi bem tranquilo, que a gente acabou não lesionando a tua pele, graças a Deus, não sangrou, nada. Então, foi bem tranquilo, assim, foi bem esperado.
Tá mais doendo agora é
a carninha ali, né? Não vou mais tocar, tá? Agora a gente fecha aqui e vai ficar tranquilo.
A week after the initial appointment, the patient returned for a follow-up, and I'm thrilled with the progress. The healing is going amazingly well. The area around the nail is much cleaner, the swelling has reduced significantly, and the granuloma is drying out, forming that protective scab I mentioned during the first procedure. This scab is a sign that the tissue is regenerating, and my job now is to ensure nothing interferes with this process. Using delicate tweezers, I carefully clean any dead skin or tissue around the nail. This step is important to prevent the skin from growing over the nail again, which could cause another ingrown nail. Since the patient's nail curvature is normal, we don't need to make any structural corrections, but I place a small piece of cotton on the side of the nail to keep the skin separated during growth. This technique is simple but highly effective because it helps guide the nail to grow in the right direction without pressing into the skin. During the follow-up, I also spend time instructing the patient on how to maintain these care practices at home. Since her nail doesn't grow too quickly, I recommend placing the cotton on the side twice a week. I show her how to do this practically. She can use a small stick to position the cotton, or if she prefers, place it with clean hands. The key is that the cotton shouldn't cause discomfort. It should simply keep the skin separated to prevent new issues. I also emphasize that she should use cuticle nippers to trim the nail as they're more delicate and precise, avoiding deep cuts that could worsen the situation. Another point I highlight is the importance of keeping the area clean and dry, especially after bathing. Since the patient mentioned she often wears closed-toe shoes, I explained that the warm, moist environment can promote fungus or bacteria growth, so it's essential to dry her feet thoroughly and, if possible, wear breathable shoes. To wrap up the follow-up, I check if the patient is comfortable and if she has any questions. She's thrilled with the results and the area looks visibly healthier, which makes me so happy. In addition to the procedure, I want to share some extra tips that can help both the patient and those of you watching. One of the main tips is about cutting nails correctly. Since the patient's nail is thin, I recommend that she use cuticle nippers, which are more delicate, instead of large clippers that can be aggressive and cause deep cuts. These deep cuts are one of the main causes of ingrown toenails because they allow the skin to grow over the nail, creating pressure and inflammation. Another important tip is to never share nail clippers or other manicure tools, as this can transmit fungus or bacteria, especially on sensitive nails like the patient's. I also recommend keeping feet clean and dry, especially if you wear closed-toe shoes for long periods. The warm, moist environment inside shoes can be a breeding ground for issues like fungus, so drying your feet thoroughly after bathing and wearing cotton socks that absorb moisture makes a big difference. Finally, I talk about the importance of paying attention to your feet signals. If you notice redness, swelling, or pain around the nail, don't wait for the problem to worsen. Seeing a podiatrist as soon as possible can prevent complications like the granuloma we treated today. And of course, maintaining a foot care routine like moisturizing and cutting nails correctly is the best way to prevent these issues. Caring for your feet is about much more than aesthetics. It's an act of self-love and healthcare. Every step we take deserves to be light, comfortable, and pain-free. And I'm so happy to share my work with you, bringing information that can transform how you care for your feet. Let's spread this idea of well-being and care together. I hope this video has inspired you to pay more attention to your feet and always seek the best for your health. A big kiss, and I'll see you in the next video.
Tudo tranquilo. Aplicação laser.
Iniciando a aplicação. 25%. 50%. 75%. Aplicação completa.
Agora eu vou te mostrar como é que tu vai fazer pra colocar o algodãozinho, tá? Como tua unha não cresce muito rápido, pode colocar umas 2 vezes por semana, só não precisa botar todo dia, tá? Vai pegar um palitinho, enrolar assim, perdão. Vai enrolar assim, ó. Se tu não conseguir enrolar assim no palitinho, tu pode pegar o algodão com a mão. Deixa eu só botar aqui. Pode pegar o algodão com a mão assim, ó. Tá conseguindo enxergar? E enrolar assim, ó. Tá? A mesma coisa aqui no palitinho. Por que que eu gosto do algodão? Porque é mais higiênico, sabe? Tu toma banho, tira ele, deixa assim, sabe? Não fica úmido ali, nada que voltar, pra trocar acrílico e coisa, entendeu? A pele aqui, ela vai ceder legal quando a tua unha crescer. Não dói nada, confortável. Precisa ser confortável, tá? Nunca pode botar um algodão assim que depois tu sinta incômodo, tá? Por que a gente vai fazer isso? Só pra dar uma afastadinha na pele. Olha só, a gente eu acho que não faz nem 30 segundos que tá aqui o algodão. Deixa eu tirar pra te ver o que é afastar. Olha só como já afastou. Daí quando a tua unha crescer, a tua pele automaticamente já vai estar mais pro ladinho aqui, ó. Ela vai vir bem sossegada aqui, tá? Porque a curvatura da tua unha tá normal. É só porque foi demais ali pra dentro mesmo, né? Mas não vai mais acontecer, né? Se acontecer, vem procura de novo, tá? 2 vezes por semana, até não caber mais. No momento que não entra mais o algodãozinho, é porque ela já tá bem encaminhada. Não pode sentir nenhuma dor. Durante o crescimento não pode sentir assim um pouco de assim, vontade de mexer ali, não é nem desconforto, sabe? É uma vontade de tirar a pele e tudo mais, mas é porque daí a tua pele tá desacostumada com a unha, entendeu? A tua unha vai crescer e a tua pele vai, nossa, o que tem aqui, entendeu? Aí vai te dar aquela certa agonia. Se tu quiser vir aqui pra mim limpar o cantinho direitinho pra ti, não tem problema, me liga e diz, Nathalie, eu tô com aquela agonia e quero que tu dê uma olhada, tá? Daí tu vem e a gente dá uma limpada ali e segue o crescimento da unha. Se tu não sentir nada, eu acho que tu não vai sentir nada porque tu não tem muita produção de pele, né? Vai ser normal, é só não cortar mais pra dentro, tá? Certo?
Certo.
Tá certinho, então, pessoal, não se esqueçam de se inscrever no meu canal, ativa o sininho aí para receber todas as notificações. Qualquer dúvida, deixem aí embaixo nos comentários.